welcome back, Transformer TCG fans. Haven't stopped yet. I've just been slowing down because I've been busy. Just taking a quick break from work, and I'm going to have to get right back into it. But let's continue going down the Undisclosed Earth chapter characters, or Undisclosed chapter Earth. And I did go. I've got 3 other characters that are my water tanks, if you remember. Waterbolt, Catwalk, and somebody else that I created. There are 3 different types of water tanks that I gave them the tank trait, but I may undo that. That's why I haven't really gone over them yet, nor are they in this actual file. I have a separate file for the water tanks for some reason, but we'll save them for last and get to them because there's some things I need to iron out. Now we went over, finally looked at Chief Dosserwat, who is somebody I'd like to really go back and recolor Armando's pencil art, which is just awesome. I have to give him credit because he's such a great artist. I do cartoony stuff, but when people draw Transformers and make it look realistic, like out of a comic book or something, I just have the utmost respect for that because it's so much better than my artwork. And we looked at, I think we did go over Copper. The last video was Craven and Dieselhead that I recorded twice. I almost put another one out there. I'm like, whoa, I've already done this. So we've been over them. So let's look at the 2 that begin with the letter G. That is Gasline and Gridiron. And you probably remember these guys from 2 years ago or whenever I originally created them. They just look better. So Gasline is a leaky infantry. This is a 66 based off a 66 red Chevrolet, which was a truck that my dad had in the 80s. So this was like an old car, even back then, that he was holding on. One of the first vehicles I think he ever bought, and it was a truck. It had the camper. He sold the camper. So it did actually look like this in alt mode. It wasn't a Transformer. Oh, that was lightning. So we had an issue with the gas line actually was leaking. So when I tried to come up with the functionality, it came out as being a leaky infantry, but he is still infantry. Truck and melee. Thunder. Sorry. Kind of jumped there. 7-star character. Kind of low stats here, even for a truck. Only 9 health, 2 to attack, 2 to defense. When you flip to this mode, move a damage from one character you control to another character on your team. So you can see where I'm kind of playing around with both those terms. I think I remember Matthew Sweard, that would think was his name, really like that, use you control. This is what you use. You control. Well, I like the terms on your team because it seemed more positive. So here we have a character that's actually using both of these terms. Why? Because grammatically speaking, you really shouldn't say the exact same word or twice in the same sentence. So we go from character you control to another character on your team. So reading this out loud, looking at it, it's pleasing, it makes sense. We know exactly what this is talking about. So you can move 1 damage from one character you control, a damage, which is 1, to another one on your team. So, having Gasline with something like a Power Master or any kind of Battle Master, because my Power Masters are Battle Masters, all the Battle Masters, this would go great with this guy. Now we flip him over to bot mode. He goes from melee, truck and melee, to a ranged character now. So his attack goes up to 5, which is kind of high. So I brought his defense down to 0. So he's kind of like my cup in a way, you could say. I can't remember who I based what characters. I was looking at 7-star truck characters to come up with his stats. I always look at official stuff mainly. And he's basically, I made him a common. Should he be common? He does have tough 2 in bot mode. That's it. Because he's going to need it because he has no defense. So what kind of deck you're going to want with this guy might be a bluer deck. And so he's going to need that tough to be able to survive even in bot mode despite his higher attack. So there's that. When you flip him over, you can move a damage from one character you control to another one. So it doesn't have to be from Gasline. It can be any of your characters. So there is that. Now Gridiron was a joke character, and originally when I made these guys, I took the artwork, kind of colored it when I colored it with marker originally, and paint 3D'd them on an actual realistic background. Gridiron was on the back of my house, like right here. I actually moved my grill where I do keep the grill out of the way to take a picture of that spot without the grill and put Gridiron's alt mode there as a cartoon grill. Well, now he's on Cybertron. What is the grill doing on Cybertron? I don't know. This was a joke character to begin with. Gridiron, he's the chief cook. I guess he could go well with Teaspoon, Cybertron's chief dishwasher. I don't know. All this is just in jest. In one of the few characters that I have given an Earth trait to. Why? Because he truly has no use in alt mode. Okay? He's just based on a Weber grill that I have that's falling apart outside. He's even cooking burgers on there. You can see the burgers. I did the smoke and everything. The coloration on this guy looks great. I really got to pat myself on the back on some of the artwork and coloring on these guys. 5-star character. He's Earth. And despite not having any weapons on him, he's ranged. Again, a joke. Because he's like a range, basically a grill. But a range is more like a stove or oven in your own kitchen. So yeah, bad dad pun there. Bad dad joke. But Gridiron, I remember trying to come up with a name for this character. When I initially drew him, when I was still working at my desk at work, which we're supposed to be going back to. I don't know when. They keep talking about it and keep talking about it, and they just keep saying, we'll see, you know. So 5-star character, attack of 1, health of 7, defense of 1, and this is alt mode. He probably should not even have any attack or defense, really, but I gave him at least 1 for each for what he's worth, which isn't much. We flip it. Okay, wait. In alt mode, he does have tough 1. This has tough 3, while 3 upgrades are equipped on this. So I didn't say until end of turn or battle or anything. Maybe I should have. But if he has at least 3 upgrades, so if you have, you know, whether they're extra paddings or attack drones or whatever types of cards like that would be best to go boom, 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 boom. Now he's got tough 4. Okay. So he might survive something. He's not even a battle master. He's just a 5-star, nothing joke character, really. I do remember testing him a little bit in some mock games months and months ago, and I was able to get 3 upgrades on him. I don't remember what those upgrades were. It could have been some of the white and green cards. I don't remember. But there's that. Now, anyway, flip him over to bot mode. He has no defense. He has 3 to attack. He does have at least bold 1. This has bold 3, while 3 upgrades are equipped on this. and maybe I should put for turn. Yeah, I might. It just looks nice, just one sentence there. But yeah, I may add that for turn on both sides and kind of fix that. But and yeah, these are images of Cybertron from Beast Machines that I put him on. In case you're wondering, where's that from? Beast Machines. And you have to be super quick on trying to get some screenshots of scenes with nobody in it, because Beast Machines, they had characters where their face was like this big. They were right next to the camera, so to speak. Fast action, the same repetitive music and the same repetitive chases over and over and over. I didn't like Beast Machines. I mean, that's a video for another day. But anyway, Gridiron. So if once he gets 3 upgrades on him, he's gonna have, he can swing either some nice attack in bot mode or some nice defense in alt mode. He has very low stats, very low health. He's only a 5-star nothing joke character. He goes from ranged to alt mode to melee and bot mode. So how you would want to even play this character, if you even wanted to play this character. Like I said, he is a joke. You can just barely see he's got 2 Autobot symbols on him in bot mode up on his shoulder here, which is one of the many covers as his grill part, and then on his left leg down there being kind of covered up by the stats. And if you look at the detail, there's some interesting details here that you can see what's supposed to be what. And every time we have spiders all around. I feel like I'm half in a forest and I could throw a rock to the interstate nearly. But always spiders around the grill. So if you notice in either mode, there is a spider. Well, it's kind of hard to see. I'm not in an art program to be able to blow it up, but they're oh yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bend out of frame, but there is the spider. You can just see it on alt mode, just underneath his right part there, next to the left of the yellow, which I just gave it some yellow just to give it some color other than just black, gray, and steel gray looking, and then you really can see that the spider hanging there off his right shoulder. Just really wanted to touch him up. Originally it was not going to be on Cybertron. Originally he was, I had these characters. I wanted to consider them Earth-bound characters based on real Earth things of modern day, so to speak, from vehicles from the 60s and today, and water tanks and buses and all this, and Gridiron is a grill. If you want to, if I can find that old video where I initially revealed this character and his artwork, I'll add it in the description below. But one of my kids was able to drive my other kid to their practice, so I got to stay here. So I at least wanted to continue to go over through some of these characters. And so there we have two more. Slowly going through these. Have some more battle cards that I've done. I really haven't done much with the game in a while. Slowly, I'm almost done, ready to finally really reveal these Power Masters. I would love to have them in hand to show you at the table. That's probably not going to happen. But we'll see. Maybe I'll print out maybe 2 or 3. But in the meantime, I want to say thanks for following. Thanks for watching. I didn't mean to take 15 minutes to go over 2 characters. But there's that. I want to continue to show you these finished characters, the finished artwork, as I go through them, and reveal them here and complete them. And for the most part, these guys are completed. There's some where a lot of the stuff isn't just typed in, that I got to look at my old characters, my hand-drawn stuff. Yeah, well, I can't go to them right now, but and get them into the MSC and really update everything and some of the text and whatnot. So it's been some work. It's been some work. So I apologize for the delay on a lot of this and saying, here's this. It's finally finished. It's done. If you want to try and play and have fun with these characters, go right ahead, or cards or whatever. I really, like I said, school ending. I got one kid looking for a job, another kid doing a lot of practices at school. I've been going back and forth. Father-in-law was in the hospital off and on twice this past weekend over Memorial Day. So it's been nuts. It's in trying to. It's been nuts. I'll just put it that way. Just been very busy. We'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. And as always, don't have a great day. Have a blessed day. If you like this content, throw some scraplets at that like button. We'll see you next time. And as always, Autobots, let's flip out and let's roll.